The Oxford English Dictionary defines destiny as the events that will necessarily happen to a person or thing in the future. Sounds dramatic and a little vague, right? Let's make it useful. The story of die-cast cars starts here, in the middle of the Great Depression. Meet Ferdinand de Vazay. Yeah, I think I said that right. Anyways, Ferdinand's goal isn't to create toys. He wants to prove his new metal casting process can make small parts with big precision. He starts by designing miniature cars from zinc alloy poured into steel molds. Suddenly, instead of flimsy sheet metal toys that dent when you just look at them, kids can have miniature cars with actual movable parts, doors, wheels. What de Vazay invents isn't just a toy, no. It's a process. Meanwhile, across the channel, another engineer is about to stumble into toy history himself. Meet Frank Hornby. Yeah, that name's a lot easier to say. He's not trying to build a new empire. He's just making tiny accessories for his wildly popular Hornby train sets. You know, cars, people, scenery, background stuff. But the cars are too good. By 1934, Hornby names them dinky toys, drops the train idea, and suddenly every kid in England is holding one. Hornby does not invent die-cast. He commercializes it. By the 1960s, England had given the world realism in miniature. But in America, realism was never the point. Meet Elliot Handler, the co-founder of Mattel. By the mid-60s, Elliot was doing just fine. His wife, Ruth Handler, had created Barbie, a doll so successful it basically printed money in pink. Elliot looked at Barbie's empire and thought, "That's great, honey. But what about the kids who want to go fast?" He wanted something for boys, something that didn't smile politely while it took over the world. So, he brings in real car designers from Detroit, Harry and Larry, and basically tells them to make cars that look like they just broke the speed limit. Together they build, well, you already know.
Mattel's new Hot Wheels.
Suddenly, we have chrome engines and orange tracks running through every living room in America. So if destiny is the thing that will necessarily happen, then this is how it happened. Vazay proves the method, Hornby builds the market, Handler creates the mania. Together, they invent an entire culture out of metal and wheels. And one man spent a lifetime chasing them all. Meet Ted.
They could be anywhere.
Anywhere, so you never know what you're gonna get.
No, you don't. Just like the other day, okay. Oh, God dang it. I'm gonna park. Yeah, let's just park right here, hell. I come in here maybe 2 or 3 times a week. I look at everything. If there's something that meets my eye, I'll buy it. I'm gonna put my eyeballs on first so I can read the numbers. That's 2. Oh, that's not the hot shot. It'll have a number on it. This is number 1 of 5. Let's see, where the hell is it? Oh, up in the corner here, it'll tell you what number of the collection it is. And I do like the Mario Kart series. No, it don't have it on here. I've got one of every one of these that's already hanging here. Yeah, I've got this set. I've got some of them. I just bought this set here, oh, not too damn long ago.
How are you?
Short, fat, and sassy.
Well, join the club.
Short, fat, and sassy. Love the confidence, Ted, but We need to walk it back a little bit to understand how we got here.
Okay, my full real name is Theophil Quaz Jr. And it all started in 1936. The collection started back when I was between 6 and 8 years old. My father ran a repair shop, a garage, back in the days when they had Studebaker and Packard and all the good cars. I was also called a grease monkey because I would get into grease all the time with Dad when he was working on the cars. I never bought my first die-cast car probably until I was about 10 years old. My mother started to be off on them. She would buy me the cars so I wouldn't get greasy anymore. I bought Tinky toys and whatever brand that was on the market, or I could con the folks out of buying me when we go to the store. But I was bound and determined I was going to keep playing with the cars. By the time I got out of high school, I had a pretty good collection, which not only consists of Hot Wheels, but it's got Matchbox, Borrego, it's got M2. I got a little bit of everything. My folks couldn't afford to send me to college, so at 17 I went into the military. When I got to Germany, which was my permanent assignment, I started collecting my die-cast cars over there too. I bought one of every different thing made if I could find it. And like I said, I couldn't stop collecting it. And eventually, it just grew and grew and grew. That's basically how my collection got so big. Anyway, after I toured, I came back from Germany. I came back with a wife instead of a cuckoo clock. So, but it was the best 63 years of my life. Excuse me again.
After coming back to the U.S. in 1964 with his new bride, Bridget, Ted built a life grounded in family and hard work. Burkburnett became home. Michael and Debbie became their world. Ted even opened up his own repair shop, following in his father's footsteps. And even with the demands of work and family, Ted never stopped collecting. Now, remember that destiny hint we dropped earlier? You know, the events that will necessarily happen in the future? Well, the future just walked in. Meet Travis.
You know, it's crazy. That wall doesn't even represent 1% of the entire collection. Got 3,000 up on that wall, another 250 cars on the table. You remember the first day you came in the office? People all have a car story, especially in America. Ted comes in my office. It was shortly after I started as the executive director for the Burkburnett Development Corporation. And him and I started talking. I wanted to know a little bit about him and his business that he did. And then you started to walk out, you turned around, and you said,
Oh, by the way, if you ever want to see a Hot Wheel collection, I've got one.
and I said, oh, I love those growing up. Could I come by and see it sometime? And
He bit. He took the bait. Yes.
yeah, so I came down and I saw you and I walked into your shop and I didn't even know what I was looking at because everywhere I looked, almost up to the ceiling,
There are thousands of boxes full.
and then I started asking you, what are all these boxes? He said, well, this is my collection of Hot Wheels. And I said, How many do you think you have?
How many Hot Wheels do you think it takes to set a world record? For one Burkburnett man, the answer is around 100,000.
And I said, 100,000 die-cast cars? He said, yeah. I remember the first time I asked you if you wanted to sell it.
I said I'd sell my wife if the price was right.
The current Guinness World Record collection includes 30,000 cars, making the future Burkburnett Museum the largest known in the world.
He said, yeah, I'll sell it to you if you promise to build a museum and keep it in Burkburnett. And I said, I'm going to shake your hand on that because I believe in handshake deals, and we're going to get this done.
Well, it started as one man's hobby and turned into an idea. Officials are shifting it. The Hot Wheels and Die-Cast Car Museum is one step closer to reality.
Then the mess started.
Yeah.
Then we had to figure out how to move it.
That's a fact.
We hired a museum consultant, and she started working with us and really helped us understand the foundational pieces we needed. This isn't the building for the museum. This is something that is kind of our staging area.
It's a huge win for the city of Burkburnett to have this. If a lot of people are going to come to see the world's largest ball of yarn, they'll definitely come see the world's largest Hot Wheel collection.
Remember all those boxes we pulled out? You know what we counted? 70,000. Those clear containers, about another 3,500. That area beyond them where the clear cases are, about 7,000 cars in those. So just in this area that we know of, we have over 80,000 cars just in this area, not counting the unknown boxes. I just know that once people get immersed in this, and I've already seen it just in the small sample that we've done so far, they get immersed in the car stories.
We were talking earlier, I know I've got a lot of those Hot Wheels, or had a lot of them anyway.
That's how I know that this will be successful, in that everyone will be able to relate to it. And then, of course, on the other side of it for the kids, the museum is going to have a huge component of play and STEM learning. I think the sustainability of this project will be a staple for Burkburnett for hopefully 100 years or more, and it's going to be exciting to see it all come together.
This to me blew my mind, and I'm glad the people can get to see this collection, because it's something for you to see, and you can't believe it until you do see it. But like I said, you're going to start something, go for it. Don't be half-assed about anything. Do it from the beginning and complete it. When your time on earth is gone, you ain't going to remember anything, except you left something good behind you. What can I say besides amen?
So, here's the part where the story usually ends. The boxes are full, the collector closes the case, and destiny gets a polite golf clap while we fade to black. But that's not what this is. You see, this was never really about finishing a collection. No. It was about chasing a feeling. That feeling when you're a kid and your imagination is doing all the driving. And even though the world demands us to grow up and leave the past behind, Ted didn't have to listen. And lucky for us, neither did Travis and his team. The sorting is still underway. A building has been chosen. Fundraising has started, and every bit helps. And although it's not finished, the idea is very much alive. They know this isn't about cars on shelves. It's about what happens when a town decides to protect a feeling and maybe pass it on. So yeah, Ted's story is complete, which means the real one is just beginning. Okay, Ted, take us home.